Welcome to 20-something, a podcast where we discuss everything from politics to pooping. I'm Sharon Guy.
And I'm Rosellen Rother. We're two 20-somethings living in San Francisco, trying to figure out what we're doing with our lives and talking it through for all y'all to hear. Welcome to our first episode.
Yay!
We wanted to talk to you guys about some relevant things going on that no one can avoid. Everything shows up on my news feed on Facebook at work, and today all I saw was Bernie's endorsement speech of Hillary Clinton for president. Sharon, what'd you think?
He didn't seem super enthused. I was listening and I wasn't looking at the whole thing, but just listening to him, he sounds like a broken record. He has said the same thing. His speeches all are very surface level. They're great and like they get the crowd going, but it's all the same thing. And it's like never deeper into those policies that he wants to implement. And it's like you don't realize how difficult it is to do those things. And he talks it because it gets people going and it gets the crowd like riled up. But
even his arm movements are the same every speech. And we're gonna lower the minimum wage. This time it just first episode blips. We're gonna raise the minimum wage, and now he and Hillary Clinton are all of a sudden on the same page about what the minimum wage is gonna be, and it all just seems kind of contrived. And I watched most of it, and you could see on his face he just wasn't happy doing it. And I was a proud Bernie voter, and I was sad to see him lose in California by a lot. But his heart just isn't in it, and it feels like they just finally talked him into endorsing Hillary. And I mean, it's what needs to happen, but it was sad to see him finally go. And I feel like a lot of his supporters feel the same, and who knows where they'll go with their vote, but hopefully they aren't that stupid.
I know, but that's the thing. Like, their alternative is to vote for Trump. No one's going to do that, but then I feel like we're going to have such a low voter turnout. I was saying either it's going to be...
What's better?
Either the highest voter turnout ever or the lowest. It's like people who don't want to choose between... It's like the lesser of two evils in some people's eyes. And then other situations, like everyone is so polarized in their vote already. But I don't know. I don't know how Bernie voters are feeling about voting for Hillary. I was initially like hardcore Hillary. And then
I know you were.
As I read more, I really liked Bernie's ideas, but as I said, he never went into like how he's going to implement those policies. But I'm like, how would I know unless I gave him a chance, right?
Exactly.
So I voted for him, and I was surprised to see him lose in California too, but I also understand why. And but I listened to the whole endorsement speech, and I also listened to Hillary's speech afterwards, and that one I was watching, and his like the look on his face as he's
defeated,
sitting, just really like like you said, his heart is not in it. He's like not. He's definitely forced into this, but the party kind of like it's the establishment that everyone hates is forcing him into this.
Yeah.
And so I feel like his supporters will see right through that and be even more anti-establishment, aka anti-Hillary. And so that's my fear.
Oh, it's so scary.
Yeah. But I also like Hillary has moved her policies and her ideas so far to the left because of Bernie, and that is the win in this.
That's not any different than her moving her policies to the right that she's done before and moving them all over the spectrum to get some donation dollars or get a vote in Senate. I mean, it's hard to not see on the internet all those videos where they just stream together all these clips of her saying opposite things, and it's just hard to not see the flip-flop. I hate to use that word. It reminds me of past elections, but
it's like she has been in the limelight since like 1992.
Oh yeah, no doubt she has the experience.
No, but it's not about the experience. It's about like you've changed your mind in the past 5 years about things.
I was very different when I was 20.
But that's what I'm saying. Like we're young, so it's different. But I'm saying like people change their minds all the time. Obama was anti-gay marriage in 2008.
Yeah, that's hard to believe.
Right?
Yeah.
So it's like people can change, and I feel like Republicans and the opposition will bring up those flip-flopping decisions, but people change their minds. And now it's like important what she stands for now, but I think that people don't have trust in her because they see these videos and they see it's almost like propaganda.
Yeah. Oh, the media has been awful this election.
Oh, God, I can't even.
I can't wait to see what they do with the debates. Oh, my God.
I'm so excited. But Hillary, like, I was watching her speech. She's not very good she's a good speaker, but, like, she's not good at inciting the crowd.
No, she doesn't have charisma.
Yes.
And she is not like Bernie, and he just made everyone feel so hopeful like Obama did.
Yeah.
And that's why I voted for him.
For Bernie, yeah. I know, but he doesn't have the experience to, like... Well, I feel like my biggest qualm with Bernie was foreign policy. He never touched on it. It's the most important issue going on right now. It's all going to affect us, like, in the coming years. And it just was never a topic. And I understand, like, domestic issues are important, and we should talk about those things, but, like, foreign policy and, like, the civil war in Syria and all of the terrorist attacks, it's like, it's relevant, and it's going to affect the U.S. very directly. But, yeah. It'll be interesting to see if he campaigns more with her and if he can kind of get his following. Because, right, he was talking about how he accomplished a lot, and he was kind of bragging in his endorsement speech.
Yeah, about all the little donations, and I think he's so anti-Trump that it won't necessarily be him campaigning with her. It'll be him campaigning against Trump.
Yeah.
And, I mean, if that works, that's what we need.
Totally.
Did you watch Obama's speech in Dallas today?
Yes. I was actually wondering if that was, like, happening simultaneously. Like, that's, like, fighting for the media attention. But I feel like the Bernie endorsement got more attention than Obama's speech.
Yeah, hard to say. I love Obama so much. I'm going to miss him so much. I'm sad to see him go. He's such a good speaker, and he brings everyone to tears. It's, like, so well said, everything. I am not a huge fan of all the religious references in his speech, but I think that was probably targeted toward Texas, maybe. I don't want to judge, but I feel like they were in Texas. That's a lot of, like, militaristic police audience, and it's just a more religious crowd, and I feel like he could probably hit home with that.
I read online that I think it was, like, the LA Times said that he wrote that speech for himself.
I think he writes a lot of his speeches.
Maybe.
That one he gave in Japan, so good. I hope he wrote that one.
I don't remember that one. No, but
the one about when he went to visit Japan at the anniversary of Hiroshima, and he gave such a moving speech. I posted about it on Facebook. It was that moving.
Yeah,
I posted on Facebook.
I posted today's speech on Facebook. He was great, and, like, he touched on the topics that are really salient right now, and he's not avoiding those conversations.
Yeah, I was shocked to even hear him say, he's like, black people get pulled over easier. Like, he was just flat out saying, like, yes, there's racism. We've all even probably felt it in our own heads. Like, you can't deny it. Yeah, I was surprised to hear him say that.
On another note of someone I was surprised to hear something from was Newt Gingrich. Did you see his statement?
I haven't seen anything from him.
He actually wrote a really, I wouldn't say eloquent, but the way he described it, he was talking about, white Americans do not understand what it means to be black in America.
Yeah, of course not.
But the way he said it, you wouldn't expect a Republican to say that.
Yeah.
To openly admit it, and he's like, I have had many people tell me, I've had a lot of experience, like, I now understand this, but they have a very different experience. And there are people around who are denying that, who say, it's like, what do you mean that black people get pulled over more? They're like, they deny it. So it's like, there's systemic racism, and then there's denial that systemic racism exists. Yeah.
Who knows? He might be trying to come out and say nice things because he's a potential vice presidential candidate for Donald Trump.
That's true. I do remember him running last time.
He's and it was fucking cuckoo.
Terrible.
Oh my god. He's out like Rick Perry was out, like, right away. You're done.
But he was in some debates, and he was just comical.
The few things he says, like, he can get out.
Anyways, but back to Obama's speech, I was very impressed. He just knows how to move a crowd. Like, he can really, and he has the cool factor. It's almost like the way he speaks seems so casual, seems so natural. It seems like you're talking to one of your friends.
Yeah.
That is, like, my issue with Hillary, is that when she's giving a speech, she just seems like such a tryhard.
Yeah.
She is so eager for love and attention. You can see it in her face.
Just love me.
Yeah, but she's like, love me, vote for me. Like, I can do my job. Yeah. I'm telling you. Like, she's trying way too hard, and people don't respond well to that.
Yeah. It's, there's a lot of work to be done, but I'm curious to see how the next 4 months goes. We'll be updating everyone on future podcasts about new things that come up, because something new comes up every day.
Yeah, politics is kind of the thing that we like to discuss the most.
Yeah.
But we also...
I would say it's one of my top interests. I don't particularly like it, but I am interested in it, and I like talking about it. So I'm glad that we can bond over that.
Very frustrated by it, but I love it, and I want to understand it better. And like, I feel like this is how we're going to do that, and we're going to talk through our ideas. And some people
will agree, and some will disagree.
I mean, I definitely feel that living in San Francisco, we are in a bubble. We are in many bubbles.
Well, that's why apparently I thought Bernie was going to win. He didn't even win San Francisco. I was shocked. I was looking at the districts. He won, like, a couple districts up in Northern California, and that's it. Like, Hillary won by large margins in San Francisco. Slightly less margins in the East Bay, like Oakland, but black people don't like Bernie Sanders as much as white people.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. That's what the data shows. I don't know. Old white man?
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. There was something else that I heard about black people really liking Hillary, like the Clintons in general. But I don't have enough information on why.
Let's do some research and come back
we'll figure that out. But it's interesting to look at demographics and how it plays a part in this election, because it's also the most diverse demographic. Like, we are the most diverse we've ever been as the U.S.
Yeah.
So that makes a huge difference in how people vote.
Yeah. Well, we are in a bubble because we think we're diverse in San Francisco, but we're really not. I mean, growing up in San Diego, we saw like 6 black people before the age of 18. And now we move here and see like slightly more, and we're like, oh my god, it's so diverse. But like, you go to the South and like shit's real down there.
That's true. That's why going to New York, you really see diversity. It's I feel like you realize the bubble of San Francisco when you go to New York. You travel, you see other cities in the U.S. and you realize that it's not quite the same.
It's not all the Sunshine State. And I'm so happy to live here.
That's true. But growing up in San Diego, I had no idea San Diego was so conservative until way later in life.
I did. We've always had Republican congressmen.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I remember the school board, Nancy, she was on the Encinitas school board. She ran many years to try to get the Democratic seat, and she got defeated every time.
Wow.
It was sad.
Sad.
Yeah. On a lighter note, let's talk about The Bachelorette. The second most interesting thing in our lives.
Oh, God. Such a guilty pleasure, but I literally cannot not watch it.
Can't not watch it. Your eyes are glued to the screen.
It's a train wreck.
This season sucks.
The people are horrible. The boys are so boring.
All the men look alike. They all have the same exact haircut, and they have
their jeans are too tight.
IQs.
Their jeans, all of their pants are way too tight, and I can't handle it.
Obviously, everyone's talking about Jordan Rogers as the front runner. He is cute, but I just saw a photo of him in college, and he's changed a lot. Let's just say that. My boyfriend goes to Vanderbilt, and his friend dug up a photo of Jordan at Vanderbilt at a party, and it is shocking.
Yeah,
he's throwing up the shocker sign in the photo. Wow, I was shocked. No pun intended.
I had no idea who it was until you said it, and when I looked at it, I'm like, I do not recognize this person.
One of our other friends was like, "Did he get work done?"
I mean, clearly didn't play football at that point in his life.
He looks great now. That's all I have to say.
Does he? I don't think he's attractive. I feel like
maybe it's the Bachelorette bubble, but he's cuter than the other guys, so that's why I think he's cute.
That's true. I'm so glad Alex is gone.
Oh my god,
he was such a poopy pants, like the worst. And you knew he would react like that when he got sent home. Like, you just knew that he was gonna be immature little pussy and like not look her in the eye and not be like respectful and nice.
He told her he loved her after one date. That was his first date with her.
Yeah.
Good God.
And, like, their conversations before that consisted of only talking about Chad.
Yeah. He was the anti-Chad movement.
Yeah. But, like, that's it. They didn't talk about anything else.
God, I hate when guys talk about other dudes and their time with whoever they're talking to, or vice versa on The Bachelor. It's just like, you're wasting your time and you look like a dick. So stop talking about someone else. You guys should be bonding or kissing or something.
But these boys, that's the thing. I think these guys are so boring that the producers had to, like, contrive these situations to, like, create digestible TV.
Totally.
Like, last night I couldn't even watch. I was, like, roaming around the house and doing errands and chores around the house because I was so bored with this conversation. They're literally thrown in the living room and they're like, okay, talk about this.
Yeah.
And I feel like the producer's just like, oh, what do you think about the fact that she's on a date right now?
Yeah.
And they're just, like, forced to talk about it, but they have nothing interesting to say whatsoever.
I had two very memorable moments from the episode. First one was the fact that they were stomping table grapes in the wine when they were in the vineyard in Mendoza, wherever she and Jordan were. They decided to get in the buckets with the grapes and stomp and try to make wine, which it obviously doesn't taste like wine, but you could literally see in the buckets there was the wine grapes from the vines, and then there was large, lighter purple table grapes in the bucket, and they were just stomping it all together. And then the worst part is they took the wine glasses and dipped it into the bucket and decided to drink the grape juice plus feet dirt, whatever, and they're like, oh, it's actually good. We're like, stop lying to yourselves, you're about to throw up.
I could not. I literally gagged watching that. I couldn't. I was like, are you really gonna drink that? Looking at my TV like, ew. Like,
and she goes, I just tasted your feet.
Ew, I didn't even know she said that. That's gross.
So disgusting.
She's also, I think, honestly, as the seasons progress, you realize that the Bachelor or Bachelorette have no personality either.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
she's
no one has...
not a good one.
No, but you thought she would be in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
I thought she would be. The same with Ben. I thought he'd be great in the beginning.
I liked Ben. I love Ben.
He has no personality.
That was a much better season than this one. Maybe the girls just had more personality.
Yes. But
But he was also a likable person. JoJo's likable. She's just...
they're bland.
Yeah.
Very vanilla.
Moment two that I liked was when we all found out that Aaron Rodgers was not going to be at the hometown date. She was grilling Jordan, so who am I going to meet when I go visit your family? Waiting for that. Waiting for the celeb drop. Waiting for the potential to maybe meet Aaron's wife, Olivia. And
are they married?
Wife, girlfriend, I don't know. She's in the picture. I should do my research on that. But he's like, oh, you'll meet my older brother, Luke, and my parents. And she's like, don't you have another brother, or is there anyone else? And he said, well, turns out my brother Aaron and I don't have the best relationship. There isn't much of a relationship there at all.
Well, at first, he's like, oh, my middle brother. He didn't even mention his name. He's like,
there's got to be producer intervention there. They don't want him to talk about it at all, I bet.
Yeah.
Like, not even
well,
in
scenes from next week also, she, like, brings it up with his older brother.
She's such a...
She wants that. Well, why the hell would you go on The Bachelorette?
True. Valid.
Right? All these people want their 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And if they can extend it, hallelujah.
Yeah, she's trying to get a lifetime of fame.
Bachelor in Paradise.
Oh, yes! This season's gonna be so good. There's so many good people on it. I can't wait.
I'm so sad that Ben Z is on it because I thought he was normal and
There's
I
some
liked
normal
him.
girls. I think he could end up with some. What about like Carly?
No, he lives in San Jose. He's supposed to come up here. I want to meet him.
You should go out in San Jose. Scope for that.
No, he's so cute.
I'll go with you.
He
I'll
was
be your
so
wingman.
nice. He was like actually a normal one that was on there. What season was that? Andy's? Yeah.
Yeah.
Andy's season.
Oh, what? She should just get back. She should get with him. She's not with Putzo
Oh my
anymore.
god, isn't Josh going to be on Bachelor in Paradise?
Oh, is he?
I think so.
Oh, it's such a good cast. It's
It
going to be
is.
so much better than Bachelorette with JoJo. Like, I'm waiting for this to be over so Bachelor in Paradise can start.
Because it's boring. Bachelorette is boring. And it's so predictable now, and it's just like, okay, let's be done with it.
I don't really see anyone winning, to be honest. I don't really care, and I don't feel like JoJo also doesn't care.
She just really wants to, like...
Bang
Luke.
Yeah, she wants to bang, and we'll see what
She
happens.
kind of wants to bang all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Robbie is so manicured, I can't handle it.
He has an evil face.
But
also.
his body, it was like, I'm like, hi, can I touch your abs?
That was a third favorite part of the episode when they decided their group date was going to be a stay in and get room service night. seriously, I think that's probably the worst date that they've ever done in Bachelorette history. It
was raining.
They just got drunk in a room. They can do dates outside.
But that's also the realest part. Like, they opened up like so much.
3 dudes and her, like, let's stuff some French fries in our faces.
That was
like,
so stupid.
Bad, God.
Chase, I think Chase is the most bland.
Yeah, he gone next week.
Because he also has a hard time articulating his feelings, and she, like, wants those words of affection. Like, that's what she blatantly asks for it.
Yeah.
She's like, tell me how you feel about me all the time.
Let's speed this up here.
Tell me you love me right now.
Basically.
Yeah. But he's like, I don't know what she wants from me. I'm like, you're an idiot.
Yeah. Go home to mama. That's gonna happen. She's obviously going home this coming week.
Because
she likes the other 3 way more.
But what about family? Family's so important. Dude, her brothers aren't going to like any of them.
Yeah, they're going to blow it. Oh my, well, they don't meet them until
the end?
There'll be 2 left.
Well, will they even meet them? I think they're important to her. So, like, they'll meet them for sure.
The douchey Guido brothers.
They were really bad. But they're like a reality TV. They're a reality TV family. Like, her brother was on his own, kind of like Eva Longoria had like a bachelor or like a dating show.
It's all connected.
Yeah.
That's probably how she got on The Bachelor.
Probably.
In the first place.
It's all who you know.
Totally.
But she's also so cute. She's so petite.
Yeah.
Her dresses have been terrible.
She's got great boobs.
They have to be fake.
Yeah, totally.
But her style's not that great.
I just agree. I like it, but my fashion sense isn't good.
Her everyday style I like. Like, I like her, like, sweaters and her ponchos and stuff that she wears, but her dresses, like the cocktail dresses that she wears, are, like, pretty bad. They're all sequining. I'm like, do you not want anyone to touch you? Like, sequins hurt.
For the record, so everyone knows, Sharon, her fashion sense is above and beyond what I could ever dream of. So Sharon's got the good taste. I just tag along and see what I can learn.
Share the wealth
by giving me hand-me-downs. That I wear a lot.
Anyways, I'm very particular about fashion. But yeah, so that was The Bachelorette. I'm really excited to watch next week, but I'm also more excited for it to end.
Bachelor in Paradise.
Yes.
I think it starts like the next week, so we can
August
give
2nd.
updates on that. Oh, I guess it's already July. We're good.
Yeah. Yes. No lads between the badge, dude.
Let's end with that. Thanks for listening to our first episode, and we will be back soon. Love ya. Bye. Such a good cast. It's going to be so much better than Bachelorette with JoJo. Like, I'm waiting for this to be over. So